y'all, welcome back to Resin Mess Express. I have a packed video today. I am going to make some little Christmas items, I guess you'd call it. What I want to do is I'm going to take most of the stuff you see here and I'm going to incorporate it onto a Christmas tray. But we'll do the tray at a different time. I just want to get this done. I have different colors I'm going to use, and I'll show you real quick. This is just a white mica, no name whatsoever. It's gorgeous. It's a sparkling mica. I have scarlet rolio, pretty red. I have a forest, oh, I guess it's dark green. I thought it was forest. Mica powder again. I don't know if the name is in the center. I think it says HTV font, but that's going to be for our Christmas tree. And then I'm going to use Let's Red Coral Red. It's more of an orangey color. Then I'm going to use two out of this set, the Rolio Pigment Pearlescent Colors. I am going to use, this one is Bleu de France and Maya Blue. When this came, it's still very slimy. It was sealed up. Nobody had been in it. When I got it, I opened it, and it was so slimy. Watch this sticker. See it slide down? It's still icky ick. I cleaned every bottle off with alcohol, and still, nasty. Okay, I have all my colors already in their little containers. I'm going to mix them with alcohol real quick, get those dissolved, and we'll get going. Let me go grab the alcohol. Okay, I'm just going to cover my cup like so. Spray a little bit in there. We'll get it all dissolved up. You're going to need some more. I cover it so that the powder, if it comes up, it's going to land on my glove. I mixed up 22 ounces. And I'm going to find out something today. I had a little bottle of this resin, a little bottle of that resin. I mixed them all together so I could use them up. We will see how they react together. Okay, but I do have 22 ounces created. Yeah. I don't know how to make a resin. Mixed. Sorry, I was concentrating on my alcohol here. Okay, got that one mixed up. Now for our coral red, which is more of an orangey, which is what I wanted. And I'll show you here in a second why I want an orangey red. I'm still not too sure. I didn't paint these on camera, guys, and I will tell you why. Because it took me about 2 hours to do. The welcome, the merry, the Christmas, and the ho-ho are done with acrylic marker. I had to go over it 2-3 times because it kept wanting to separate, of course, on the silicone. This mold is so soft. I mean, look at that. It's crazy how soft it is. So I couldn't really clean it up well because every time I would try to clean up an area, I would take the silicone color off and have to repaint it again. So I just left it. Okay, and this is for our pearlescent. Let me get one more cup here. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and pour some resin. Before I do the pearlescent, I'm just going to go ahead and pour in here just a wee bit. Oops. Making a mess already. I haven't even really started. Shock. All right. Some white. And our green. I don't have a really good grip on that. Let me set that down real quick. You probably can't see off camera. I just have no room to pour it under camera, but I'll mix it up in front of you so you can see the colors. This is our dark green. Get all that incorporated. Scrape my sides. Isn't that pretty green? You can still see the alcohol, but yeah, very, very pretty color. This is our coral red. Let me get it mixed up and I'll show you what it looks like. Like I said, it's more of an orangey red. Isn't that beautiful? I'm with everybody else. I wish Let's Resin would make bigger bottles. I would so be a happy girl. Because I'm with everybody else. You don't always need the whole set. Okay, this is Roleo Scarlet. Get my side scraped here. And then our, look at that. I am such a mess. Hold on, let me get this cleaned off. Take some alcohol real quick. I don't need to be sticky before I ever really start. That may have a hole in it. It does. Hold on. That's why it's sticky. You gotta be careful sometimes, these paper cups. I tell you. My goodness. Get that cleaned up so I don't set it back down in there. Alright. Now, there's our coral red. Isn't that pretty? Okay, our off-name white. I think I already showed you a coral red. Sorry, I got sidetracked on my mess. Yeah, this no name white, which I got it off Amazon. It's very pretty too. It's got a nice little shimmer to it. Okay, let me clean off this stick sitting here. Let's take a baby wipe. Okay, now I'm going to pour some resin into here. Let me make sure there's no holes. Yep, no holes. We're good. Into here. And into another cup. Hold on. Like I said, I know I'm off camera. I apologize. I'm just pouring resin into little cups at the moment. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Get our pearlescent shaked up here real well. I don't know how it's going to look. I'm going to do the pearlescence in the base of this. This is a little fireplace. This is our fire right here. This is where two snowmen sit, which are right here. They sit here, and then your fire goes on top. So cute. Uh-oh, I'm glad that cup was empty. Okay, let me just get these put in here real quick. It's never been opened. Excuse me, let me... do I want to use this after all, or should I use something else to save time? Let me go get a different mica. I'm not going to use the pearlescence. They're awfully light anyway. We'll use those another time. I'm just going to use this baby blue. This is the brand. I don't know if you can see it. If I can get on camera, get focus and the light. Yeah, my light is not very good in here. Let me turn that one on. I don't know if it'll help or not. I'm not going to dissolve this one in alcohol because I already have the resin poured. So, I'm just going to take, let me get turned around here. Like this. I don't want to get it in my mold. I'm going to put some in there. Let's do one more. And then I'll show you what I'm going to add to the blue. See? Ooh-wee. Glad I held that away from that mold. even though that's where it's headed eventually. Just don't want it in there right now. Oh, come on, table. Hold on, I gotta straighten this up. There we go. Okay. Let me get this mixed in real well. Just be careful not to stir too hard, or it will definitely go flying. I just want to put that resin back in there. I don't need that cup. Okay. Scrape your sides, mix it in. Okay. Now we can put some power to it. When I don't dissolve in alcohol and I'm stirring like this, what I do is I take my finger and I kind of press on the side like this. And then I will go up against the side to smash any little bits that are left of the mica that are not mixed in. And then I will let it sit for a second. And any of your unmiked, that too, any of your unmixed mica will come to the top. Then you can smush her in there. Alright, we're going to let that sit for a minute. Now I'm going to get some bigger cups. And, see here. Let's do our green, our tree. I don't know how many ounces it holds. I'm just going to guesstimate. And this tree, you've got to be careful with it because it definitely loves to have a bubble party down in there with all the little ledges and excuse me. So I will squeeze the poo out of it here in a minute. I'll spray probably some alcohol down in there also. Okay, let me just get the green added. Okay, there's a green. All these cups are breaking on the bottom. I better get a move on. Okay, let me just get this mixed up real well. Okay, set that aside and clean it in a few, and here we go. Let me squirt some alcohol down in there, and then just start to pour. What I'll do is go around the edges and let it kind of run down in where it wants to go. I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to kind of give it a nice squishy squish. I'm going to do the very bottom, the tip of the tree. And it kind of coats all these little, see that bubble right there? It's not a super soft mold, but soft enough that you can squish it. And I'm going to have a lot of green left. All right. That's all right. I wasn't sure how much is held. Still don't know. Okay. Just get this filled to the top. Okay. I don't care if it's domed because it's going to be down in a tray in resin anyway. Come on, you can pop. You can do it. Come on. Oh, come on, table. Seriously? Hold on. There we go. Okay. Come on, pop. There's no unmixed mica and there's no powder inside, so I'm not sure. Those must be the bubbles just coming up from the little areas that I smooshed. Okay. On to our, let's do our snowmen. I may not have enough resin mixed up, guys. Probably not. If not, I'll have to do it later and come back to you. Okay, I'll show you what we're going to put down in this blue once I get it mixed. And I'll show you why I'm doing it and what effect I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it will do. Okay. Get that mixed in. We're getting it mixed in. Okay, let's see here. I may go ahead and, you know what, I didn't even get the black out. Hold on. Okay, get that cleaned off. Let me go ahead and clean that one off while I'm cleaning. Okay. I'm going to mix in some of these mylar flakes. They're like snowflakes. Can you see it? I'm hoping you can see it. Anyway, we're going to mix those in here. I want this to look like bluey snow, so to speak. Okay. Get this mixed into the blue. I think it'll just give it texture. Okay. Get that off there. And I'm just going to pour. Like I said, oops, get some mica in there. I don't know if this is enough. Probably not. But then again, it might be. It might be just the perfect amount. Come on. Okay, get all this scraped in here. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Like I said, it doesn't have to be totally full because I am going to put it into a tray. Tray will probably be tomorrow's video if I have time to create another video. I don't know, and I may have to skip a day just because after I do this, I've got a lot of stuff I have got to do today. I gotta go out of town, and by the time I get back, I don't know, we'll see. All right, clean that off so I don't get any other color mixed in with it. Okay, give that a quick squirt, squirt, and onto our white. Let's use a bigger one. I'm just going to go ahead and use all this out of here for our white. Come on. Drain, drain. Let's use you. You're longer. Okay. Like I said, if I don't get these others completed, I will finish it up when I get back tonight. Shouldn't take that long. I just didn't want to have to open the new bottles of resin right now and deal with that. Just trying to save some time. That's what I get for trying to save time. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side, let it dry. Then I will pull all that out of there. Okay, let me get a paper towel. Okay, clean this off real quick. All right, actually, you know what? I'm going to use that for the white. I am going to have to find something to do with, well, I'm going to pour it in there. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know what to make our tray. I haven't thought about colors yet. I don't really want to do just all white. I don't know. Do you want to do all white so that everything that you add on top is going to pop? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, that's going to be for our snowman. Okay. And these are super, super, super soft. I'm going to stop there. Squishy squish. I mean, look at that. It's just like very squishy. Very, very easy to demold too. Okay. Get the rest of it in here. Okay, stop right there. Now for our little guy. I want to squish him too. I would say this one holds probably 3 ounces. That's probably 5 ounces. The tree, I'm going to guesstimate about 4 because it's tapered at the bottom. This probably holds 6, 7 ounces. This one's probably, I don't know, maybe, sorry, I was trying to fix my tray. That's probably an ounce, ounce and a half. This one's probably 3 ounces, possibly. I didn't clean it out the greatest from the painting, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's a stand. You stand it up, I believe. I think it stands up, if I remember correctly. But anyway, like I said, that's going to go in our tray too, if I like it. Come on. I'm just trying to get this to the top to the best of my ability without making a resin mess. Okay. That is a pretty white. It really is. Really. I don't want to back this one in black. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to do it in white because I left the little Santa gnome's beard unpainted. So yeah, I think I want to just leave it as is. I've got these little snowflakes too. I'm going to put some extra in a snowflake. I'm sorry if I'm off camera. I'm just taking the rest of the white and just kind of putting it into here. Which I don't know if I want to use these snowflakes in the tray. And I'll tell you why. Because it has the hole at the top for an ornament right there. So I don't know. I'm just going to kind of spread it like so. Okay, and then I'll finish filling it up later. I've got to get this fire filled before I start my cups start breaking free. I'm so tired of messes. Destroy my life. Okay. I'm just gonna I don't want to say dirty pour, but kind of dirty pour, but like not together dirty pour. Does that make sense? Not to me, but okay. All right, I'm going to scoot this. Actually, I'm going to put these out of the way since I'm not going to be using it right now. Okay, let me get that down here by me. Okay, let's just kind of do this. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the color differentiation or not. Okay, let's stop. I want my dotting tool. I'm going to go down in all these little, and this is really soft too. I mean, super soft. This came as a set. The 2 snowmen, the fire, fire pit, the fire ring. It came as a set. I believe I got it off Temu. That's a new one. Temu. Long time ago. And The tree came from Temu. The, I believe this one came from Temu. This one, these two, came from Amazon. They're like a fondant mold. And they are so cute. I poured a couple of them. This is not level. Hold on. I poured a couple of them just so I could kind of get an idea what it looked like. And they are cute. I'll show you here real quick. I have one over here. It's not the prettiest little thing, but it gives you an idea of what it would look like. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and pour some of this red in with our white. Let's kind of get it down in some of those crevices. There's some, oops, empty spot. Okay, now I'm going to take my handy-dandy spatula and just kind of go over the top. Make sure it's down in those little nooks and crannies. Okay. And I'm going to get all in my glove. That's okay. That's all right. See a bubble. All right, let me set this down for a second. And do some cleanup. That's probably what I should have used instead of that spatula. Oh well, live and learn. Where's my, I want to take a drop of red and go ahead and put in there. Even though I can always cut it off if need be, that top. Because like I said, I really didn't want the snowflake to look like an ornament in our project. Okay, I'm just going to let that cure up. It's not perfect. It's alright. Let's do a coral one. Just let that run for a second. Hopefully it'll run down. It's not too thick, hopefully. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some red around it. See if we can see any color differentiation or whatever it's called. Color difference. That'll work. Oops. Okay. Let me get in here. I don't know why this is not wanting to be level for me today. I don't know what is going on, guys. Hold on. Let me try it again. I have these little sticks that prop it up. There we go. Now it's not moving. Thank the Lord. Okay. Back to this. Let me just kind of walk it down its little areas here real quick. I probably won't do all of these on camera just because my resin's starting to get warm. So anyway, it kind of gives you an idea of what I'm doing. So what I'll do is I will get all this done, let it cure up, and I will bring you back to demold, and I'll show you what I did with all the extra. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll see you guys shortly. All right, everyone. I went ahead and brought you back. It's been about 4 hours since I've been on here, but a couple seconds for you. I didn't demold anything. I'll show you. I just have it sitting over here on my way. See? Still in the mold. Still in the mold. And still in the mold. Anyhow, I went ahead and filled our little gingerbread men with the green that I had left over. And then I just poured a quick flower jar. For this and this, I'm just going to use the Shide from eye candy. It's just a pretty pearly, shimmery white. I will finish whatever I don't use in these two. So let me get to my alcohol in here. Get this dissolved up. Oops. Okay. Get this all dissolved up in our alcohol. Pour in our resin a little bit. I'm going to put it into a bigger container. The reason I don't want to use all of this one is because I have another project over here for something else that I may use it for if I have enough left. I fixed up this time probably 14 ounces, 13 ounces, something like that. I don't know for sure. I didn't use a measured cup this time. So, let me pour into this cup real quick and see what we have. We'll stop about right there. Okay, I don't remember if I told you guys or not this morning. The Welcome, Merry, and Christmas and Ho are in, no, actually, Welcome is not. Welcome is the chrome marker, and then the Merry Christmas Ho are done in the acrylic marker. These are done in chameleon, some chrome. Actually, I think it's all chrome. I didn't use any chameleon on this. Yeah, it's all chrome. Never mind. But I had to keep going over the wording because the marker kept like shrinking up or dissolving or whatever you call it. So if it comes out and it's not perfect, I will just go over it after it cures with the marker again. Okay, let me get this white in here. Get it mixed up, and we shall go from there. And then I will bring you back for the final demold on everything. But the snowman, yeah, I ran out of patience after doing everything else. It took, what, 2 hours, I think I said. I didn't do the nose or the mouth. I figured that'll be an after demolding, which I can do on camera. I haven't done that yet for anybody. I do see some gold right there I didn't get off. It's okay. This is a matte mold too, just like the gingerbread. So let's just go ahead and pour. Let's pour the gingerbread, excuse me, up here like so. Let it flow down. Like so. Go around this little bin. I will fill in the nose and mouth area, like I said, with an acrylic marker once it's cured. No problem. All right, let's see here. Get up into little hands, and I didn't clean it like perfect. I'm personally okay with that. It's just going into a tray anyhow. Okay, that looks good. Let's go over here. We'll start at the top. And just kind of let it flow on down. Let it run to where it wants to go. Such a pretty white. I love eye candy. Eye candy and Diancophores are probably two of my favorites companies. I like Let's Resin, but I also like the smaller businesses. Help them out. Okay. It's actually filling up real well. I may have to prop this one end up though. I'm thinking. We'll see. Let me get a stick right just in case. I'll just go ahead and put it under there and we'll see. I don't know if we will, but possibly. Okay, let me continue on here. Oops. Okay. It's going back down the other way. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Let me get just a wee bit more up here. I'm not too concerned if it's not filled up, since it's not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to have to prop this up. It's not going to be like a cell piece. It's going to be in something. Okay. Man, that is such soft silicone. I would say, oh, look at it running over. Uh-oh. I would say probably, oh, gosh darn it, OA soft silicone. Well, you know what? I'm just going to let it flow. It's not going to hurt anything, because that center isn't used for anything anyway. Let me try to get that out, because I don't want it to be a lot of cleanup later. I just wish I could get this table level. It's my only issue. And I'm on a leveling table that is not level. Okay. I'm still going to go in there. As long as it doesn't overflow on the edge over here, I'm okay. I just don't want a ton of cleanup, is the only thing. Alright. Get that off there. Get that, well, shoot, far. Come on. Come on now. Work with me. Alright, I'm going to leave it like so. Okay, let me go ahead and do the white. I may have to use the rest of that, which is absolutely fine. I'm just going to pour the white on top here, like so. I want to get, excuse me, let me get this and go around the ledge. Try to coax any little bubbles that are wanting to hang out. Well, none came out, so that could be a good sign. Alright. Let me clean this out. Get that put in there. I need to prop that one up too. Alright, hold that thought. Let me use this stick. Not much, just a little bit. Just like that. Okay. I'm not going to have enough left for this other project, so we may do that tomorrow. It's a Christmas project. But I also have, I'm going to use, I can't think. Oh, crud. Julie Cuts, Pouring Your Heart Out is her turtle mold. The small turtle, not the big turtle. It's a small one. Sorry if you hear sirens. We live on, like one house away from one of the main drags here in our town. And ambulances, fire trucks go up it all the time. I don't notice it much anymore, but when you're doing a video, you tend to listen for noises and yeah. Alright, let me find a color for this and I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave you rolling here. I'm not going to turn you off. Let's see, what do we want? Let's do, we could do a glitter. I don't want to do glitter. What do I want to do? I'm coming, guys. I promise. I just gotta find something. Let's do Candy Apple Blossom by Laura's Art Corner. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Let's throw some of that in there. I'm not going to mix it with the alcohol. Let me put it up here so you can see. I'm just going to mix it in real well. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay. Put that aside. And you don't want to stir your resin like gangbusters when you first start, because powder will go flying everywhere. Ask me how I know. Alright. Yeah, my son and I, we had to run, my youngest son and I had to run out of town this morning. Probably about an hour away. But anyway, he is into telling me jokes on a daily basis. So to kill the time, all the way home, I had to listen to dad jokes. Lord help me. I got, let's see, out of probably 100 he told, I got 4 right. I was pretty impressed I got 4 right. But anyway, I see some unmixed mica in there. Hold on. Let me get this mixed in here a little bit better. Okay. Scrape the sides again. Alright, let's try it again. See if when you let it sit for a minute, any of that's not mixed in floats to the top, and you can just like see it real quick and shush it back down in there. Okay. Here we go. Now, once this is done, I will come back and we'll demold everything. I think this may take darn near all of it. Very, very close. Very close. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. Probably have a couple ounces left. Giddy. Where's my alcohol? I'm not sure what to put it in. Let's go ahead and throw it in these snowflakes here. I know it's not going to take 2 ounces. Hold on, I see something in there. Okay. I like the little plastic paper cups for this. I'm just going to go ahead and pour over the top, squish it in, clean it up before demolding. That's what I did with all the molds. I already got them cleaned up around the outsides, so you don't get any of those little bits and pieces in your, hold on, into your mold when you're demolding. Alright, got that one filled up. These are going to be pretty snowflakes. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Just going to kind of do like this just to make sure, which I noticed I'm missing. There's a spot it didn't get it. I can't remember which one now. I think it was, I'm missing a spot right there on that one, so I'll have to fill that one in. All right, let me get this put up here and just scrape it off into our cup. Whoa. Actually, you know what? No. Let's scrape it onto our other snowflake. Like so. Just like that. Make sure I don't have any. Make a lot of cleanup for myself. Okay. Now let's take this and just kind of smoosh it in. I'm still going to have some left. I figured I would. Alright, go ahead and just get down in these little spots. I really didn't want all red snowflakes, but you know what? I can always save it for a different project at a later time. No big deal. That way they will be ready made. Okay, let me kind of do the same thing I did here. Squish it back and forth. And then I'll just scrape it into the cup. You can't see, I'm sure. Let me do it over here. Just scraping it like that. Making sure all the spots are filled up. And then, like I said, I'll give it a good clean up before I demold it. Alright, let me find something to throw it in. Well, not throw it. You know, pour it. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to put you on hold. Let's see here. I know what we'll do. We'll do a red teddy bear. Who wouldn't like a cuddly red teddy bear? Which I'll prop him up because he's never level. It's not my mat on this one. It's just he's not level. Okay, how about a half red teddy bear? We'll use him as our drip mold for leftovers. And finish filling him up. He'll be one colorful little bear. Let me get all this out. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. Get this cleaned out best I can. Get it down in there. Looks like I'm just smashing it back into the cup doing that. Alright, I'll stop doing that. Okay, guys, well, that is all I have till all this cures up. And what I will do, I will bring you back and we will demold all this. Look how thin that is down there. I can't help it. I'm going to turn my heat mat on here. I'm going to turn it on high and go from there. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. Alright, so we're back for final demold. Everything is cured up. Let me move that out of the way. I didn't get a chance to clean these up yet. I'll clean them up later. Take all this off. I try to do it before I demold, just so it doesn't go down into my mold when I demold it. Let's start with our little snowman. Snow people. So boy and a girl. I'll have to put their eyes in and such. Oh, isn't that cute? That is so precious. It would have been darker if I had backed it in black, but I didn't want I want white snowman. Okay, there's that one. Let's do our little gingerbread people. There's something on there. A little fuzzy. Alright. Like I said, these are just fondant molds that I got from Amazon. Oh, how cute is that? I got a little bit of over pour. I will get that taken off. Oh, those are so stinking cute. Alright, let's put those there. Let's go ahead and do our tree real quick. Like I said, this isn't a real hard mold. It just has some firmness to it. Sorry, I may have to put it up against me to get it out. Okay. Just kind of pull it out. Voila. Let me get this turned right back. And there's our tree. That turned out really cute. I don't see any bubbles in it. Perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the snowman. They're just going to be plain old white. Like I said, this is one of the easiest ones to demold ever. I'll go ahead and do them both here real quick and then show you at once. Okay. Here's the one little snowman with his little knitted cap. And then, I guess it's a little girl maybe. I'm not sure what her cap's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be knitted too. But anyway, there are those two. Okay, let's get the fire pit out and the stand for our snowman. And I will show you how it all goes together. Okay, that is the look I was looking for. I wanted it to look kind of like snow. Perfect. I don't see any bubbles or feel any. Oh, there's one right there. But that's okay. It's going to be hidden, and I'll show you why. Alright, now the fire. Let's see if these colors merged. Yeah, they kind of did. I see some of the red, some of the Indian, what was that called? Indian coral, maybe? I don't remember. It's got a few micro bubbles, no big deal. I may try to highlight this somehow to define it a little bit better. But anyway, this is how it goes together. Let me move that real quick. Your fire goes right here on top. And then you take your snowman like that. And you just set them right there. You can attach them, don't attach them, whatever you want to do. Let me see if I can pick this up and kind of hold it so you can see it. Oops. Hold on. It's kind of hard to do when it's 3-piece. And that's what our little snowman fire pit look like. Aren't they cute? I think I got this from Temu a couple years ago. Okay. There is that one. Now, we'll go ahead and do this real quick. Like I said, this will probably not be perfect. There it is. See how flimsy that is? Yeah, good deal. That came out. Easy cleanup. Easy peasy. Okay, let me put that aside real quick. Oh, it's cute. It's not perfect. I knew it wouldn't be. But nonetheless, I don't know why in the world I did white for the O's and ho ho ho. I can always fix that later if I want to. I can run a black marker or something over it, but see the cleanup here, I didn't do very well. That's okay. What I'm going to do is stand it up like this in our stand. I may go over it and define it. I may do that on camera tomorrow with you. I don't know. We'll see. Because I could do that because I got to work on the tray anyhow. Okay. There's that one. Just a few more. These are our little snowflakes. Let me try to get that off there. Come on. The rest should pop out very easy. Still very, very bendy because it is so thin. I was trying to think where I got these. I may have gotten them in a set at Amazon. Or I may have gotten them on Etsy. I don't remember. I don't remember now. Okay, this one is the one that was missing the little portion here. Okay, let me see if I can get that out. Come on. Once you take out the ring part that holds a hanger, usually the rest will just pop right out pretty easy. Come on now. It's supposed to. I've never had this much trouble getting this little guy out before. Now, what the heck? Come on. Come on. There it goes. I'm just going to have to do it carefully. I don't want to snap any of these off. Almost there. Yeah, I'll definitely have to fix that one. There we go. There we go. Oh, why are my hands so sticky? Yeah, couple will... Well, there's more than a couple. There's a bunch around there. I may save this, put it in with my scrap stuff. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'll set it aside. Excuse me. I will deal with that at another date. Okay, let's get this one out. Oh, this candy apple blossom is gorgeous. So pretty. So, so pretty. All right, we are getting there. Like I said, I didn't have time to do cleanup around the edge here. Well, let me see if I can start in the middle. Nope, that wasn't going to work. Come on. Come on. You can do it. My word. Wow. This one's really, really bendy. I'm just trying to be careful so I don't rip it. There we go. There we go. It's missing some of the little very end because I didn't take a dotting tool down in each little area. That's my fault on that one. Okay, let me start with where the hole is. Like so. Oh my goodness. I don't remember it being this hard before. But it's been a while. Maybe that's the easiest way. Pop it from the bottom, put your finger under it, lift it up like so. Okay, go all the way around. You might hear a dog walking around. That's my buddy, Mr. Tude. Okay. All right. Carefully, Beth, carefully. There we go. This is one of my favorite designs right here. I think it's so pretty. And there it is. There it is. Not pretty. See it on the white? Not pretty. I do have some holes. No big deal. You know, even if we put it inside a resin in a tray, it's going to fill in those bubbles anyway. So I may not have to repair it. We'll see. Okay, let me lay these aside real quick. We'll let those finish curing up overnight. Okay, let's get our, flower jar out. I don't remember how easy this one is. I think it's pretty easy. Yeah, it's pretty easy. This top was just the red and the white. And I got a bunch of little bubbles. Not many. I may take some UV resin mixed with some colorant and put down in those. I don't know. Or I may just keep it and use it. I can always use containers. And this is a nice little container. I'll show you here in a minute. Sorry, I was just cleaning up there real quick so it didn't fly back down into my mold. I don't think this one's real hard to demold. If I remember correctly. Thinking I might be wrong. We'll see. Just gotta get a good start on it. Well, that's kind of pretty. That's kind of Christmassy. Okay, hold on. There we go. See how it gets in there if you don't clean it off? Well, I didn't clean it off first. And now it's down in my mold. That's alright. We'll clean it out later. Oh, got a lot of little bubbles. Shoot. But anyway, that is a very pretty combo after all. I didn't know if I'd like it, but... And lid... Oh, look at that big bubble. I didn't even see those. Oh, good grief. Yeah, this is going to be mine. It is pretty, though. I do like the two red contrasting. But anyway. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. We will work on this and start creating our tray and see what kind of Christmas ideas we can come up with. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to be true to yourself, be you, and you are worth it. Have a great evening. Bye for now.